Good evening everybody, welcome to Atlas Tabletop Gaming. Tonight I'm bringing a new series of videos out to you called One Man and His Model. Basically it will be me talking about a model for a very short period of time and just going through why I like it, what the stats and all that sort of good stuff. And firstly, thank you for watching my videos. If you do like them, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will be bringing you content every other day, and yeah, it'd be really nice to get your support, and thank you for watching. I uploaded a new video about Death Guard recently, and basically went through my entire army, and what I've done is I've picked out one unit from it that I'm just going to talk to you about tonight. So what is a Plague Burst Crawler? So it is basically a mortar tank that you generally sit at the back of your army, lobbing shots over your army and your opponent's army and taking out units. It does good damage, so let's get into it. So on this top stat line, it has movement 9, weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 4, strength 7, toughness 8, 12 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, and a 3-up armor save. It also comes in with a built-in 5-up invuln, which is really cool and really handy in tight spots. So why do I like this model? It can have an awful lot of guns and it's quite survivable. What does let it down is its ballistic skill, but we'll get into that in a second when we start talking about the rules leaks that have come out and the new codex that is coming out when it arrives. So just let me show you the model. So it is almost fully painted. All I've got to do is the side sponsons, and I've already painted the base layers, and what I just need to do is wash and highlight to make it dirty and grim. But other than that, she's looking pretty disgustingly resilient, and yeah, I like it. I like the model. And yeah, the stats are okay. So if you start taking wounds, so if you get down to 5 or less wounds, you go down to movement 6, ballistic skill 5, and strength 6. And then if you've got 1 to 2 wounds left, you've got movement 4, ballistic skill 5, and strength 5. So yeah, she does potato quite heavily, but a lot of vehicles do these days anyway. So moving on from that, so what can it be armed with? So I go with the entropy cannons, heavy 1, strength 8, AP 4, D6 damage, reliable if you hit. Ballistic skill 4 does hamper you, but we'll get into that in a second. Reliable guns, which is what you want. I always arm it with the volley gun, which is heavy 3, strength 6, AP 2, 1 damage. Steady Eddie gun, I like it. And obviously you've got the main weapon, which is a Plague Burst Mortar, which has a minimum 12-inch range, maximum 48. It is heavy D6, strength 8, AP -2, and D3 damage. So the other thing about it is a plague weapon, so you can reroll 1s on the wound, which is really cool. Quite helpful if you roll a lot of 1s, and it can target enemy units that are out of line of sight, which again is extremely handy in 9th edition when people are hiding. And the other weapons you can, if you want. I don't like arming it with it because it's a little bit more points costed, and it potatoes with the vehicle, which is the Plague Spitter. It's a soak D6, I believe it is now 12-inch range. Strength user, which is where it potatoes, AP -1, 1 flat damage. It is a plague weapon, so you can reroll the 1s to wound, and it automatically hits its target, which again is really good. You know, not so much in 9th, where you maximum you can have to minus to hit something is -1, whereas in 8th edition you had silly Craftwood Laytok doing stupid things with flyers and Hemlock Wraith fighters and all that sort of good stuff. So having something that auto hitted them was really handy. We don't really need to worry about that so much in this edition, but it's a nice thing to have. And then the Heavy Slugger, if you wanted to arm it with that, which is range 36, heavy 4, strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. I prefer the volley gun. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Rules have leaked for the new codex for this bad boy, and what I'll do is I'll quickly run through those. So what's changed Ballistic skill is a massive thing now. These guys are going to be ballistic skill free, which will make you more reliable at shooting, which is exactly what you want. With ballistic skill 4, it was always hit and miss if you were actually going to do any damage, but actually ballistic skill 3 makes you extremely good at shooting, and Space Marines, Elder and that sort of stuff, so you're in the same sort of level with the rest of your army basically. So I'll just run through a couple of the guns because I've got the elite rules and they're quite fuzzy. So the cannons on the side, they're staying at 1 shot, strength 8, -4, but this is what I love about them, and I'm not saying that I'm Mystic Meg or anything stupid like that. Arming them with these cannons because they're now going to be D3 plus 3 damage, which is really, really cool. So you're basically minimum 4 damage, whereas before you had that randomizer of D6, you could roll a 1, and we've all been there. The fact that you can now, you're going to do guaranteed 4 damage, you've got 2 of them, you're hitting twice, strength 8, it's taken out a tank. He knows it, I knows it. It will do really, really well, and there's not much toughness, more than toughness 8, that you'll find on your average pickup game anyway. So anyway, moving on. So that's really, really cool. And the burst mortar has gone from minimum 12 to just a flat 48-inch range, D6 strength, or D6 shot, sorry, strength 8, -2, 2 damage. Quite reliable, even more so now with that ballistic skill 3. And yeah, really, really cool gun. And I believe the volley cannon or the volley gun is staying the same. Let me just double check. Yeah, it seems to be staying the same, and I can't see it all the way over, but I assume it will still keep the line of sight trickery that it has now as well, which is really, really cool. And the other thing with this as well, with the new Disgusting Resilience as well, instead of getting that 5-up feel no pain, you will be reducing damage down. So if you've got a damage 2 weapon, it's only damage 1 against it, which will make it that little bit more survivable, although people are going to regret or feel disappointed that they're getting rid of that 5-up feel no pain. Reduced damage incoming, it's actually quite good, and I kind of like that. I'm looking forward to using that on the board. And a tactic that I would employ with one of these when the actual codex gets dropped is I will, in a 2,000 point game, I'll probably bring Mortarion and use his ability to have contagion on battle round 4, so his -1 toughness special rules that will be army wide will be a 9-inch range. So, you know, you've got strength 8 guns on here, shooting Imperial Knights, that sort of stuff, those heavy Land Raiders, anything toughness 8, as long as you've got a Mortarion or something close by, it's going to be -1 toughness. So actually you're doing really, really well with strength 8. Your opponent's got -1 toughness, so he's toughness 7. You're wounding on 3s, which is handy. Again, it makes it more viable, more reliable in the game. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to using it. And like I said at the start, it's a really cool looking model. I think a lot of people will be, especially in battle round 1, if you've got a fast moving unit, to try and get it up into your opponent's face very, very quickly, and use that new contagion rule. Just to make this more viable. And what I've used in the past, a really cool stratagem, is Putrid Detonation, and especially in 9th edition where people just charge you, and although they can't close your vehicles in combat these days, if it does explode, instead of rolling that 5-up, you auto explode with 1 command point and do D3 mortal wounds to anything within 6. Now, Nurgle's number is 7. I think anything they do should be 7 rather than 6, and the majority of it is, but I think that's just a little bit of a misprint. Maybe they could have done that at 7 inches. I think that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, please, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll speak to you soon, and I will do another video shortly on One Man and his model. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.